I'm Sarah Fragani with KENS 5 News Now. Dangers of a roof collapsing made for a tough fight overnight as firefighters battled a massive house fire. Investigators believe that fire started around 4 a.m. in the garage or laundry room of the house on Clydeville Road on the city's north side. Now, they still don't know what caused it. Crews arrived quickly because they were already in that area responding to calls about the smell of smoke. And as firefighters battled to get it under control, they say ammunition started going off. The homeowners luckily walked out okay. No one was hurt. Thousands of students had their first day of class today. Judson ISD headed back to school along with Blanco, Floresville, Kennedy, and Medina ISDs. And Randolph Field, Spring Branch, and Stockdale ISDs kicked off the new school year today as well. Now, only on the second day of class, police say a father is already in big trouble because his 3-year-old brought a handgun to preschool. Police say a teacher at the pre-K for SA Westside campus found the gun in the child's backpack. Now, the child did not know it was there. 35-year-old Pete Robles was arrested and charged with child endangerment. The child was placed with Child Protective Services. Other parents at the school say they were pretty surprised by the news.
Parents are going to be the first line of defense with this kind of incident because they're the ones going to be at home with their children and then just making sure that there are any items that are easily accessible or locked up, secured, and just be aware of the things that could happen.
And as a result, Pre-K for SA is now implementing a temporary backpack ban at all of its campuses. Also, any items or food brought inside will need to be in a clear Ziploc bag. A man is facing murder charges after police say he shot and killed his father. Relatives say 31-year-old Austin Velas was having a mental health episode. That shooting happened just after 3 o'clock Monday morning at a home on Cliffridge Drive on the far west side. Police said Velas was inside the home with his 59-year-old father while on the phone with another family member. The family member told police she heard a disturbance, then what sounded like a gunshot. And when officers arrived, they spoke with Velas, who then said his father was dead and gave himself up to police. He's now charged with murder and assault. A teenage boy who was drinking coffee and his dog were shot in a drive-by shooting. Police say at least 10 bullets were fired into the southwest side home on Moss Circle Drive Tuesday morning. A bullet also hit a neighbor's window, and that person was injured by shattered glass. At last check, the 17-year-old was listed in critical condition. The teen's dog was also hurt and is going to be okay. Police believe the shooting was not random. Moses Rosa's Hideout Bar is now empty. There was a long battle over that building, which ultimately ended in an eminent domain case. The owners finally reached a deal with government agencies to sell the property, which will now be used in expansion plans for the Alamo. And some big policy changes coming to the State Fair of Texas this year, according to fair organizers. This impacts parents and minors. Fairgoers 17 years or younger will need to be accompanied by a parent, guardian, or chaperone who's at least 21 after 5 p.m. on the fairgrounds. Also under that policy, parents, guardians, or chaperones may not accompany more than 6 minors. No word yet on what specifically prompted the changes, but we do know the State Fair of Texas runs from September 29th through October 22nd.
I'm going to call the governor tomorrow and I'm going to talk to him about this because this is ridiculous,
man. Arguing.
Ridiculous.
Hey, Ronnie, calm down.
And that here's a look at body cam footage from the night. U.S. Representative Ronnie Jackson says he was tackled to the ground and placed in handcuffs while trying to help with the medical emergency at a rodeo outside Amarillo. Jackson served as physician to the president under former presidents Obama and Trump. According to Jackson's office, he was asked to help with a medical emergency involving a teenage girl at the White Deer Rodeo last month. The video shows DPS troopers taking down Jackson, then that heated exchange that you saw earlier. Jackson's office says the doctor was prevented from giving medical care due to overly aggressive and incompetent actions by local authorities. Jackson tweeted if he had to do it all over again to help the girl, he would. And the city wants your input on their proposed budget for this year. The city is hosting a series of town halls, including one today at San Antonio College's Candler Gym and Phil Hardberger Urban Ecology Center. That is today at 6:30. This will give a chance for residents across the city to give feedback on the budget. All the details are listed now on KENS5.com. And mark your calendars, country music fans. Luke Combs is coming to San Antonio next year. Combs is bringing his Growing Up and Getting Gold tour to the Alamo Dome for 2 nights, Friday, May 10th and Saturday, May 11th. Tickets go on sale Friday, August 25th, right at 10 a.m. Checking in with meteorologist Paul Mireles today.
All right, hot one, 104 for today. Humidity is a little lower, so the heat index 102. We still have a heat advisory from noon until 9 o'clock. It will be definitely hot, so make sure and stay hydrated. And this evening is going to be very warm as well.
And that's KENS 5 News Now. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Sarah Fergani.